Joining me now, Alabama Senator Tommy Tuberville. And Senator, back in May, you introduced the Financial Freedom Act for 401ks. I think part of it was to allow folks to invest in cryptocurrencies. Do you still think that would be a good idea?
Well, the federal government shouldn't be allowed to tell you what or who to invest in, number one. Now, you got to do your due diligence. This is a bad time to talk about this bill after FTX just pulled the plug on crypto for a few weeks, but it'll come back. But we had that hearing today and it went good. But Financial Freedom Act, you have the ability to earn your money and put your money where you want to put it to be able to get the most out of it.
And ironically, that's why I think this is the perfect time to talk about it, because even in the face of all of this, I think your point is valid, and this is what needs to be articulated. People need to be allowed to take risk. I think the regulators should do better jobs in helping more full disclosure, but that's on the government, right? That's not on the individual investor.
That's exactly right. Due diligence first, Charles. You know that. But as Steve Forbes just says, we don't need to regulate the heck out of this. We need to regulate it to the point where we give people an opportunity to see if this is what they want to do.
Right.
Crypto is going to be here. No, it's not going anywhere. Now, you're going to have some startups that are probably going to fall by the wayside, like FTX over the next few weeks. But it'll gain its balance. It'll get back on track, and we need to do that.
Let me ask you about Tim Cook down meeting with some key GOP members as the Republicans take over the House. You know, he's being more and more described as a bully within his industry, and really doing some things that have harmed shareholder values, things that have harmed competition. Republicans have talked a pretty good game. Is he going to be able to sweet talk these folks into not doing anything?
Well, I hope not. I hope not. You know, we've got to hold the line. You know, Tim Cook has a big stick. He does, and but he does a lot of work. And he's got a lot of infiltration into China, who is our biggest adversary, by the way. And so we just need to make sure that we do our due diligence, as you just said, as Republicans, to make sure we do the right thing. But this guy has, as I said, a big stick, and we got to make sure that we keep our eyes on the ball.
He's got the biggest stick out there. TikTok, you talking about China. I got to bring up TikTok because now I'm hearing on both sides of the aisle they are a legitimate threat, that China is spying on Americans, they're accumulating information, and they're disseminating false information, and mostly against Republicans. Apparently it's been found out they have put out so much misinformation about your party. Is there any chance that something can be done about TikTok?
Well, they're going to attack us every day. Trump is right. Get rid of it. Do as much as we can to make sure we tell people it's a national security threat. And if you've got it, get rid of it. These young kids are going to do it. It's entertainment for them, but they can track anything that you do. We just need to make sure we understand the possibilities of what China can do. It is headquartered in China, so they get anything that they want.
And they look, and by the way, it is a lot. It is addictive, right? I'm not on it, but my friends send me links, and next thing I know, 15 minutes later, I'm like, oh, I forgot I had to go to work. I can't let you go. I got 30 seconds, but this rail strike is looming large. Apparently, there aren't enough votes right now. There's not 60 votes. Where do you stand on it? How, are you going to vote to put a pause on this strike? Do you know yet? And do you think they'll be able to get it through?
Well, we got 3 votes. I just voted on the first one, which was Dan Sullivan's bill from Alaska to extend the time 60 more days so we can get this worked out. The next vote will be to approve or not to approve what they've already come up with, the bill that's at hand. And then the third vote today will be to extend, 7 or 8 more days of sick leave. I will vote yes for the second one. Hey, they've already approved that one, but I'm not going to vote to extend it. If they're going to extend it, they've got to get together and do it on their own. That's not for Congress to decide.
And on the sick leave part?
Well, the sick leave part, that's the 7 more days of sick leave. They've got a lot of sick leave as we speak, but they want 7 more days. We shouldn't be able to sit down and do that. That's management. That's management and the people that work with them to work that out. But they've already worked part of it out. We cannot let these people go on strike, Charles. You know that. I mean, it's just it'd be absolutely terrible.
$2 billion a day, chlorine, medicines, you name it. Of course, they're saying they don't have any sick leave, but we got to leave it there. Senator, thank you very much, Senator Tuberville.